It's pretty insane how advanced a lot of online stores are getting these days. And in today's video, what I want to do is showcase what I consider an S tier Shopify brand right here. And we're going to break it down. So as you see on my screen, we're not going to waste any time. As always, the store is called X-Tool. And some of you guys may have heard about it in the past. Maybe not. Maybe this is the first time you're looking at it. It is my first time that I've come across it, even though I've been studying it here a little bit. At a first glance, maybe it doesn't look that special. However, we can see that in December, they drove over 1 million visitors to their site. Now, I'm using a tool called SimilarWeb. Some of you guys ask me how I estimate this revenue. And the way that I do it is using SimilarWeb, you can look at the monthly traffic of a store. Now, I will say it's not entirely accurate. Honestly, I don't know if anybody's validating this data that SimilarWeb's getting. I'm not really sure, but I'm assuming they know more than I do about this kind of stuff. But what I do know about is that you can make an estimate of revenue based on the traffic that a store is getting. The reason I know that is because I've had multiple e-commerce stores in the past where I've driven a lot of traffic and I've been able to see this data myself. And even now I work with some brands that are bigger than the stores that I showcase on here. And I've seen this to be true at a first glance. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the branding and the story behind this a little bit. It's pretty interesting. They got some really clean branding. Then we're going to look at their social media and ads. And then we're going to take a look at their community building, because this is, to me, what makes this an S tier brand. So as you see here, their branding is very, very clean. It's minimal. It makes you feel like it's a premium store, right? And this is what you can do whenever you have a good brand guide. A lot of you guys don't know about brand guides, but brand guides are super effective in creating a very cohesive vibe for your store or whatever it is that you're building. And they clearly know about that. Obviously, they're like a multi-million-dollar brand, tens of millions even. But I really appreciate when brands do this. Now, here's something very interesting. At the bottom here, a lot of people always will say, get rid of the Shopify thing at the bottom, the powered by Shopify text. This brand is actually embracing Shopify because they see that people actually now are starting to trust Shopify since so many stores are Shopify stores. They use the Shopify Secure tab here, which is actually some pretty interesting information about how Shopify keeps their customer data secure. So you can check that on your own time. That's a different thing. But anyway, so their branding's super clean. Their products look amazing. They got amazing product photography. The theme is simple, right? This is something we talk about a lot, is like, you don't need a fancy theme. What you need is some really good content for that theme. So that's really what this is all about. And you can see it here. What is surprising to me is that some of these images are different. Oh, okay, no, they're the same dimension. I thought they were different dimensions. They just have a video here that isn't the same dimension. So here's a little thing. I mean, it's a detail, of course, but if anybody from X-Tool is watching, you guys should make this a square video. There's definitely ways to do that. That would look a lot more cohesive with the rest of the product images here. But yeah, that's a little thing. And then they got the frequently bought together. So very simple structure. Again, this is kind of like the Amazon structure. And, then they got some more stuff about the product later on. And then a sticky add to cart button. I don't know if you can see it. Again, it looks impressive because the content is so good and the branding is so good. But you literally could do something very similar to this with the Shopify themes that are available for free. I got a free link in the description too that you can use to check that out. But now let's move on to their social media, because this is also pretty impressive. Now, their tagline is really clean, in my opinion. It's called "We Create to Simplify Creation." So I don't know, even though that's kind of general, maybe some of you guys won't like that. It's kind of a good slogan. Now, I will say their social media could use a lot of work. Their normal posts are not getting that much engagement. I think there's definitely some room for improvement here. They are posting reels though, which is good to see. I do think that's a good idea. And they're posting them very frequently. They're not the best reels. I definitely think they could still improve. Some of these older ones were doing much better. So I definitely think they should lean more into that, right? Like they already saw what worked better, which is, this sort of content. This is really good. Oh, okay. So somebody else made this video. So this is actually really a good strategy, is to get other people to make videos for you. And you can do that if you just send people products for free. And actually, leads me to the next thing. Well, I'll just save it for a little bit. Let's keep this structured, right? We're going over the social media and ads. Now, the rest of their social media is pretty good, right? Like they got a Pinterest. Actually, this is noteworthy. Pinterest is another platform that people overlook, but it's another place where you can just repost all your content to and gain an audience for free. So that's definitely something to be doing for a lot of you guys out there. But let me show you now the ads, because that's really the only noteworthy things about their social media. On Facebook, they got a lot of likes, actually. They're pretty big on Facebook. And they got a nice little chat bot here enabled, which is really nice. And then on Facebook, this is kind of the secret to their success, right? Which is not so secret. They're running 680 different ad results. That's pretty crazy. And it's a lot of images. So this is something I've never seen, like YouTube dimension images. That's very interesting. You don't see that very often, but maybe it works. Maybe it catches people's attention. So that's interesting. And then, just a ton of videos. I mean, they're testing literally a ridiculous amount of content. And I will say this is how you make Facebook ads work. I do wonder how profitable they are, but maybe they don't even care about the front end profitability, right? They probably have so many good systems in the back end to really make sure that each customer, each visitor is, maximized to their fullest extent. So that's their ads. I mean, there's so many. But now I lastly want to talk about their community building, because this is what I think is extremely impressive. So these guys, when it comes to community building, are really crushing it. They have a thing called Partner with Xtool, where people, as you see, Xtool welcomes all kinds of partnerships. They're welcoming people to partner up with Xtool, right? And they actually have a whole form done for this. They have some testimonials here of partners. It's a really good idea. And then, of course, they have an affiliate program as well. This is more common, but having both is so good. And I do think they've made this very professional looking. A lot of people don't take these pages seriously, but obviously make them branded, make them look like they're a part of your store. And even their About Us page is so good, and it just incentivizes this like feeling of community, right? I mean, and this is what we talk about. This is kind of the future, in my opinion, of e-commerce, is just a bunch of different communities. And I think a lot of big businesses are really leaning heavily into that through TikTok and whatnot. But there's no reason why you can't do that. In fact, I think that's a big advantage that you could have as a beginning business, is having a community. That's what I've built here as well. I built this amazing community with you guys. A lot of you guys have been with me for years, and I've simply integrated my business into it and try to have the best possible product. So yeah, this one got a little bit long, but this was very value dense. I really feel like I learned a lot from this store, and I was able to really pinpoint a lot of things. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more. And that's about it. See you guys in the next video. Peace.